Well, good Tuesday morning to you, and thanks for joining us here on KARE 11 News Now. I'm Alicia Lewis. In the last few hours, we've learned 2 police officers were injured overnight. It all happened around 1 a.m. on 21st Avenue South, right off of 94. Our Audrey Rousseau has been working to learn more details on this investigation.
We've moved from the scene here to the Minneapolis police headquarters. This is where the next phase of the investigation begins as officers try to piece together exactly what happened at this domestic call that led to 2 police officers getting injured. Now take a look at the scene. This was from a couple of hours ago on 21st Avenue South. Police tell us that the officers were responding to a domestic abuse call. They were injured but not seriously hurt. In fact, those 2 officers have been released from the hospital. Now, that's not the case for the suspect. Police tell us that one person is still in custody in the hospital right now. Exactly how this unfolded, though, is unclear. We know it happened sometime around or just after 1 a.m. at an apartment building, again on 21st Avenue South. Now, police tell us that a press release is forthcoming. Crime Lab was on scene doing some final work, crossing some T's and dotting some I's. So we're going to continue to stay locked in, and we'll bring you the latest updates as we hear of them. But for now, I'll send things back to you.
Also, Minneapolis yesterday, a man was critically injured in a shooting police say began as a robbery. Officers say they went to the Lynn Bohannon neighborhood around 3:30 in the afternoon after reports of gunfire. When they arrived, they found the victim a few blocks away. Police say 2 men ran off before they got there as well. So far, no one has been arrested. Democratic State Senator Nicole Mitchell announced that she plans to resign in the wake of her burglary conviction. That means there'll be 2 special elections in the coming months in the narrowly divided Senate. Gordon Severson has the story.
According to a resignation plan released by Senator Mitchell's attorneys, the senator will resign no later than August 4th, after 4 tasks are complete. They include wrapping up all legislative projects and constituent requests, as well as transitioning her legislative staff so they can find new jobs, and finding new health insurance for her son, who was insured through her work as a senator.
Senator Mitchell was found guilty by a jury of her peers.
Governor Tim Walz says he will soon hold a special election to fill Mitchell's seat in the Minnesota Senate.
The goal would be is to do that as timely as possible, give people time to get a campaign together, run, and then have all of that done by February when we come back into session.
Meanwhile, Mitchell's attorneys say they are preparing for her sentencing hearing, which hasn't been scheduled yet.
It'll be up to Judge Fritz to ultimately decide. The presumption is jail time. There are arguments for mercy. We will be exploring all of those arguments as we prepare for sentencing.
Attorney Dane DeKay says they are also debating whether to file an appeal in her case.
I would imagine the answer is yes. It's perhaps too early to make that evaluation for certain.
That was Gordon Severson reporting. Now, leaders in the Minnesota Senate are also responding, with DFL Senate Majority Leader Aaron Murphy acknowledging Mitchell's resignation. However, Republican Minority Leader Mark Johnson says that he's frustrated that Mitchell isn't resigning effective immediately. The United Kingdom, France, and 26 other countries issued a joint statement on Monday condemning Israel's government for the deepening humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It comes after at least 100 Palestinians were killed Sunday while waiting for food. In response, Israel blamed Hamas for starting the war and prolonging it. NBC's Matt Bradley has more from Tel Aviv.
Yeah, it's just the latest violence to afflict one of these aid distribution centers, which Palestinian officials say have seen nearly 1,000 people killed since we've started this latest regime of aid distribution in March. Now, according to officials, yesterday was the deadliest day of these aid distribution sites, and not just for the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, that U.S. and Israeli-backed group, but also for United Nations aid distribution, and that is where this latest incident occurred. Palestinian officials in Gaza, which is ruled by Hamas, say nearly 1,000 people were killed right around a UN offloading of trucks distributing food aid. Now, this is a worsening crisis and one that has attracted global attention. But meanwhile, the Israelis are continuing to expand their operations in the Gaza Strip. They're issuing a sprawling new evacuation order just around the northern part, or in the central part of the Gaza Strip, that will see what looks like tens of thousands of people once again displaced from their homes. The United Nations has said that about almost 90% of the Gaza Strip is now subject to evacuation orders. So We're seeing this as the Israelis are continuing their strikes against Syria, another theater of conflict. Israel's defense ministry said that they were doing this in order to defend the Druze religious minority there. But this has also raised a lot of attention worldwide and a lot more criticism of Israel. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
Well, back here at home this morning, we now know what caused the death of a 6-month-old in Big Lake. An autopsy revealed the child died from bacterial meningitis. Officers responded to the home on Aberdeen Way at around 8 a.m. Friday and found the infant who wasn't breathing. Authorities say the home has been deemed unlivable by health officials, noting it had black mold and was extremely dirty and cluttered. No arrests have been made. Developing right now, Minneapolis police are investigating after dozens of people woke up to their cars broken into. The latest incident happening yesterday in both the Uptown and Whittier neighborhoods. Some residents paying upwards of $350 to fix their windows. They blame it on an increase in drug use and theft throughout the area. Now some say they're considering moving. Jennifer Hoff has the story.
In southwest Minneapolis, the food and art scene has kept Robin Slayman living here
18 years, yeah.
for a long time. The uptick in crime, though, will be what forces her to leave.
Needles on everyone's property. They leave trash everywhere. And if you leave anything sitting out on your property, it will be gone like that.
Just this morning, dozens of vehicles had windows damaged, shattered glass left all over the street.
I'm not shocked. But I haven't quite seen that before.
Not just in the Whittier neighborhood. Less than 2 miles away, video posted on social media shows the same crime just west of Uptown where Joel Van Horn lives.
It's always these two streets right here, this one and then the other side. I've seen it.
He moved in a month ago, looking forward to more walks with his dog, not vandalism.
I mean, I knew it was going to happen if I didn't get a parking garage. It's just like, yeah, I didn't act fast enough, you know? So you kind of just factor that into the cost of living, unfortunately, you know?
A new window cost him hundreds of dollars, but for Robin Slayman, peace of mind is priceless.
I love my home, but how much longer do I want to live here? How much worse do I want to see it get?
I hate to see that. Now, police haven't responded to our questions about this latest crime spree, but in an email last week, investigators told KARE 11 they are, quote, working diligently to collect information and identify suspects. Victims are being asked to call 311 or file a report online. In just a few hours, professional practice for the 3M Open at TPC Twin Cities in Blaine will begin. This year, 156 people are competing. Over 40 of them have actually won an event on the PGA Tour over the last 2 years.
Well, July is a very busy month in Blaine. We just got done with the USA Cup, and then we go right into the 3M Open. And it's really exciting and neat to see just all of the visitors that come to the city of Blaine. We really tout ourselves as a sports and recreation destination, not only for the state of Minnesota, but the entire country and for the world.
Should be a good time. The field also includes last year's winner, Jonathan Vegas. Again, the Open kicks off Thursday. And hey, if you're planning an outing to stay in the Open, you're going to need to stay weather aware because storms will likely move out by Thursday, but they're passing through today and tomorrow, some with a chance of being severe. KARE 11's weather team issued a weather impact alert for both days, so stay right here for the latest. And stick around, more news, more weather, all coming up after the break.